Shalom, shalom. This is Moth by Yasha Allah Bonaparium. This is Moth, son of Israel, son of Ephraim. Before I get started, I gotta give all praises and honors to my power, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Rokakadash. Shalom to the Akim Agwath and the Bind that's tuned into this video. That is peace to the brothers, sisters, and children that's tuned into this video. I'm about to just do a quick lesson talking about, the rich having a constellation on the side, being poor, being poor in air quotations on the side, and the real meaning of the eye of the needle. Discerning rich people. We're going to first talk about poor meek people. So we're going to start in the book of Matthew chapter 5 verse 5, and it reads, "Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth." The meek, humble, lowly people, they shall inherit the earth. Really, meek is really just meaning for humble. But meaning inherit the earth, you're gonna, out of time, you be the first fruits, and you're gonna, inherit this earth. You be a part of that kingdom. You're gonna rule that kingdom. The book of Psalms, chapter 37, verse 11. "But the meek shall inherit the earth." Just doubling down on what we just read. So restate what we just read again, making sure that you understand that the meek will inherit this earth. "It shall delight themselves in abundance of peace." So being a meek spirit, a humble spirit, a lowly spirit. When I say lowly, I don't mean like blue. I mean like humble. You keep yourself grounded. You're in His word. That's what I mean by when I say lowly. So Slacky, if there's any confusion on that, I hope that clarified that. But being that type of spirit will help you. They are the people who's going to inherit the earth, and inherit the earth is going to give you abundance of peace. There's no more maybe no more folly when we inherit the earth. There's no more war, no more famine, no more pain for I'll say for there's no more pain, especially for us. Now, granted, other nations will be in slavery. So, but for us, it's going to be abundance of peace. Well, I say us. I know I'm a part of that those people, but those people, the meek will have a abundance of peace. Let's go to here, the book of James, chapter 2, verse 5. "Hearken, my beloved brethren, have not the power chosen the poor of this world rich in faith." So when people say poor, you're never really poor, especially if you have this word. Because you may be poor monetary wise, like you don't have the money. But if you have this word, you're rich, because you're rich in faith. You have this faith, you have this wisdom, you have this knowledge, you have something that's costs more and has more I want to say monetary gain, but like it's way more than anything you could be in this world. Like the matter of fact, I'm not gonna paraphrase. I'm just gonna pull it up after I finish breaking this down. "And the heirs of the kingdom which who have promised to love them." Again, heirs of the kingdom who promised to love them. Let's go into the again fact of talking about people inheriting, the earth. But again, this right here, rich in faith, is very important because you have faith, you have this wisdom, you are rich, even if you may be poor. And this is what I mean. I was gonna paraphrase it, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna bring it up. This book is Proverbs chapter 8 verse 11. "For wisdom is better than rubies, and all things that may be desired are not compared to her." Again, just double down on that. You're rich in faith. This is worth way more than what you can have in this world. It's the book of Proverbs chapter 24 verse 19. "Fret not thyself of evil men, neither be thou envious at the wicked." Now, when I say that, because most people that are rich in this world have done some wicked things to get to that point. And I say most because I'm not going to blindly say all, but a large percentage of those people, especially that have like an abundance of money, like billions, millions. I'm not talking about people that got a couple thousand. I'm talking about like the higher ups, higher ups. They got the real money. They're wicked, even wicked people. They're evil, and I don't want you got to understand. If you're poor but you got this faith, don't be over there fretting and being upset looking at them people like why they got it and I don't, and not try to follow the commandments. Man, you're already 10,000 steps ahead of them. Don't fret. Don't worry about that because their end is is in that fire, and or there the other nation is is going to be in chains. You're gonna be in bondage. So don't be like, man, why they got it and I don't? Because in reality, you are the rich one because you are rich in faith. The book of Proverbs, chapter 24, verse 1. Be not thou envious against evil men, neither desire to be with them. Again, doubling down what we just read. Don't be envious of evil men. You shouldn't be envious of anybody. To be honest, you shouldn't be envious of anybody. Uh, but especially you looking at these evil men and you being envious and like, man, why they got what they got and I want that, and you want to be with them like how they got it. Man, you're gonna see that they're doing some wicked stuff. A lot of people want to be in Hollywood, so they get the Hollywood, and they're like, man, it's weird. They do a lot of weird stuff, man. But one of my football coaches in college was a Hollywood actor, and he was well known actually. But he had a Shalaki, I sneeze. He had to step down. He told us other stories. He had to step down because he's seen a lot of weird stuff. So again, you shouldn't want to desire to be with them because you see a lot of weird, wicked, defiled things that they do. Book of Matthew, chapter 19, verse 23, and it reads, Then said Yahushua unto his disciples, Verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. Now, there's one more precept I want. Salakia, bear with me. There you go. Salakia. And again, this is Matthew chapter 19, verse 24. And again, I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than a rich man to enter the kingdom of the power. Now, it's either because most rich men are wicked, or also because some rich men won't give up. They're too tied to their belongings, they're too tied to their money, and they're not willing to give that up. Now, granted, really, it goes back to them just being wicked, because if you were a man of the Lord, you're going to give it up regardless. Just like all the other men previous that has done that. That was true men of the Lord. So, I'm gonna keep this here because we want to come back to that so we can explain what the eye of the needle is, because it's not an actual eye of a needle that you sew with. Book of Luke chapter 6 verse 24. But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. Woe means destruction. So destruction unto you that are rich, because ye have received your consolation. So just like it says the meek will inherit the earth. So talking about you saying like you're rich in faith. That your consolation, I don't desire. Your consolation will be on the other side. The kingdom to come when you're ruling, and your first fruits. That's the consolation that you want. But being rich on this side, they receive the consolation here, which means they got what they were going to get, and now they're going to be here for either the world's greatest barbecue or whatever the Lord may want to bring to them as judgment. But let's go back to right here, just to break that down a little more, so there's no confusion. Because I know myself before a couple months ago I was slightly confused on it, and I broke it down incorrectly. So the eye of the needle is used as a metaphor as a very narrow opening. Camels are really large animals. Not only are they large animals, they're stubborn animals. The easier to get a camel through the eye of the needle, which is the gates of Jerusalem, or the gates of the kingdom of heaven, that a rich man had walked through. And again, like you said, this is a camel. This is the gate. This is this is the Slakia. It's Slakia. It's the eye of the needle. It's the gate. It's the camel. So going into the fact that the camel is very stubborn and it's a very small door, and then they got to take everything off the camel, and the camel got to bend down and squeeze in there. It's easier for a camel to get through than a rich man to get into the kingdom of heaven. So just double down on everything. Stay in your humble, lowly spirit. Stay in that word. Because if you got this word, you got this faith, you are rich. Even if you're poor, don't look at these rich, wicked people and be like, man, I want to be where they're at. Why they got what they got, and I don't. Don't be covetous. Don't be envious. Uh, that's really what I wanted to bring out on this lesson. So Adaratazah, it was edifying and able to give you some peace, and you gotta give all all praises and honors by power of Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah by Hashem Kakadash. Shalom.